Hi, my name is Matt Daniel. I'm here today with my partner, Christina Feller, our expert on cerebral palsy. Christina, can you tell us what is cerebral palsy?
Cerebral palsy is a neurological disorder that affects both the muscle and movement coordination in the body, and it generally occurs during some type of brain injury that happens while the child's brain is still forming.
Is cerebral palsy, is it one disease? Is it many different diseases? Is it affect people different ways? What is cerebral palsy?
So cerebral palsy is unique in every situation. There are a number of different terms and different classifications that doctors will use to describe the disorder.
Yeah, they can range from like mild to severe. It can affect different parts of the body. It can be both physical and neurological. It really can depend, can't it?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So what are the treatments? What's the prognosis once somebody's been diagnosed with cerebral palsy?
So generally, cerebral palsy is non-life threatening, and it's also non-progressive, which means that your child's cerebral palsy is not going to get worse as his life goes on. That said, it is permanent and it is incurable. So there are going to be a lot of treatments and therapies that your child will need throughout his life. There are a number of different types of therapies: physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy. There are different medications that your child may need to help manage the pain and symptoms, surgeries, and assistive technologies that your child may be able to use that will enhance their life.
You know, all of that sounds really expensive. It could really add up. And so a child with cerebral palsy could cost a lot more over their life than raising an average child. I don't know how the average family would really bear that. How is cerebral palsy caused? Why did this happen?
So that's a really good question, and it's one question that many people have when they call in. They want to know, what caused my child's cerebral palsy? It's often caused by a lack of oxygen during labor or delivery, or some type of trauma that occurs. They estimate that about 10% of cerebral palsy cases are caused by medical malpractice.
How does somebody know? Was my child's cerebral palsy caused by medical malpractice? Or do I just have bad luck? I mean, how does somebody know?
Well, if you are unsure, it's a good idea to start thinking about contacting an attorney who can help investigate the cause of your child's cerebral palsy diagnosis. And what we see here at the firm when people call in is we've seen a number of different types of medical errors. Some of these could be failure to properly monitor the fetal heart rate. There could have been a failure to diagnose and treat infections in the child or mother. They may have made a mistake or error when using the vacuum or forceps during delivery. They may have failed to use a C-section procedure when the labor wasn't progressing.
So Christina, what I'm hearing from you is that the answer is you're really not going to know if this was caused by a doctor or a hospital's negligence or some other factor. So you really have to call an expert like us. Talk to somebody who's got nurses and doctors who can look at these cases.
Yes, and the first thing that will happen when you call our office is that we're going to gather the initial facts from you. It's important to call in knowing if there has been a diagnosis, if there have been any doctor's visits. So start recording this type of information, and when you call in, we'll gather those initial facts. We'll do a basic review, and then we will do a more detailed investigation and review with a nurse, and there will be further research into your claim.
So I'm a parent. If my child been diagnosed with cerebral palsy, what would I do next? What's my next step?
So I'm a parent as well, and the mother of 2 children, and I understand that having a child is supposed to be one of the most exciting times in your life, but it can also be very scary because you've entrusted the doctors, nurses, and medical facility with your child's life. And if they made an error, it can have serious lifelong consequences and take a toll on you, your child, and your family emotionally and financially. In the beginning, you are going to have a lot of questions, and you're really going to want to focus on helping your child throughout this process. But you also may have a lot of expenses that are piling up with doctor's visits, different medical treatments. Cerebral palsy cases that involve medical malpractice are very complex, and there are deadlines in place that, if not met, could bar your claim. So it's important to contact an attorney who can handle the legal complexities of your case and advocate for you while you take care of your child and your family.
A law firm like Ferrer Pro in Wansboro, we've been in business for over 35 years. We have the expertise, we have the resources, and we have the means to pursue these cases. These are complex cases. They take a long time. They're not easy. They are difficult, but we can handle them. We can help. So Christina, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for helping us out today.
Yes, it was nice talking with you. Thank you.